Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Everything is fine. Everything was not fine. Mm-hmm. Cheaty dragon, get out of here. Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Praetorian, and we just got back from the end, collected a whole bunch of stuff back there in those shulker boxes, and we're gonna go take a look at that in just a second. But first, check it out, a new skin. I'm super happy with the way this came out. Yeah, just wanted to show you. Let's go take a look at this stuff. Alright, so we've got 9 shulker boxes, absolutely filled to the brim with all kinds of everything. So we've got to sort through this stuff and kind of see what we actually got. So I'll be right back in just a second. Alright, I've got everything organized here. So we've got all the horse stuff that I probably won't be using much, but it'll be here. All kinds of healing 2 potions, which again, likely not going to use a ton of. We've got 7 elytra here, plus I'm wearing one. I will need to get mending and unbreaking for these, but not a big deal. They're certainly usable for now. We've got 3 shulker boxes full of enchanted diamond? That's a new word for me. It's a mix of iron and diamond, I guess. I don't know. Of enchanted iron gear. Some of it's pretty good, but again, it's iron. And now that I've got all of this diamond gear, it is unlikely that I'll be using any of this anytime soon. Maybe just for extras. We'll see. So I've got to kind of take a look through this stuff and figure out what is going to be best to be using. There is quite a lot of really, look at that, that is a perfect shovel. So I'll go through the rest of this, see if I can't get geared up, and then maybe we'll go into the nether, not die, and get enough netherite for a full suit. Alright, so I finished going through the gear. Some of it's pretty good. It's not what I really would have chosen. Projectile protection, meh. Prot 4 on my legs, which is awesome, and feather falling 4 on my boots, which is good, but they're not really the best piece of the gear, and I don't actually have mending on any of them. Was able to make a couple perfect picks, and I've got that perfect shovel, which is good. And my sword now has looting 3, which is also really good. Alright, so because my gear's not ultimately what I want, I didn't spend enough time in the nether to get enough netherite for everything. I've got 2 bars here. I think I'm going to use those for my pickaxes just to get that extra durability. And then we can go back later once we've got some better gear and get the rest of the netherite. I'm kind of looking around at my living situation, and it's a bit of a mess. So now that I've got some decent tools, decent equipment, it might be time to figure out a better living situation. Right now I've got my shulkers all outside. I've got sort of a couple farms that are sort of haphazard, an enchanting table out here in the middle of the lawn. And then where I'm living is just cramped. So I'm taking a look around the village now. We've got like 7 villagers that we saved from zombies. and we let a few die, but that's probably fine. 7 is more than enough. And I kind of like this spot. So what I'm thinking is that with a little bit of terraforming, we can create some shops for these villagers and a better living situation for them. Make it a little bit prettier, add some trees, and yeah, I think we'll live here for now. All right, so I went on a little bit of a resource gathering escapade. Got all kinds of materials here. I don't know that it will be enough for what I'm looking to do, but I can always go get more without too much hassle. So the first thing I'm going to do is fix this section right here. Cut down this overhang and kind of give the wall better curvature, more character, and finish up this area right here as well. So we will do that now. I've cleaned up the wall some. We'll kind of walk this area, but I started right over in front here. This is going to get smoothed out, but it used to be a little cave entrance, so I covered that out. We're going to fix this corner here so that there's a nice smooth transition, and then it kind of just follows all the way around, sort of mimicking the original shape, but I pushed this back wall back some, gave it a nice curve, and kind of follows in right behind the farm here. So again, on this side, we're going to transition this down a little bit. We will have a little bit of an overhang here, and then you know, make it all kinds of pretty and green with some bushes and moss and texture and whatnot down here. So a little bit of a build update. We blended this corner down into the slope, so that looks a little bit better. Once we kind of texture the area, it'll be nicer. Added our slight overhang, gave the wall a lot more character, so it's not just flat, and really kind of smoothed it all out. So the next step will be adding a little bit of texture and some detail. I'll be right back. Nice. All right, I've added some detail, added some texturing. What I tried to do with the moss and the mossy cobblestone is kind of put it in places where you might have like water dripping down from the kind of the top of the ridge, and in the shadow where you would get moss and that sort of thing. And I think it came out looking pretty good. Now I did leave this section over here untextured to this point because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. So I didn't want to just texture it and then have to redo it all over. I think I'll probably extend the ground over to there-ish. But I'm not really sure. So I just kind of left that for now. Next thing I want to do is get rid of this eyesore, and we can kind of plan maybe what we'll actually have for our starter house and see if we can't get that going. So I guess while I'm doing this, a couple thoughts on terraforming. Now I have kind of finished the detail on the wall all the way around here. I just sort of covered up that pool of water, and I think this looks okay. So I'll have to do something with the mine entrance, but obviously that's needs a lot of work anyway. What I'm doing is I'm pulling this layer all the way out to here, and I've kind of made some really nice looking curves. Went around to about there or so. Now when you're doing the terraforming, it's always good to stick to odd numbers, with the exception of 2. So I kind of started right around here by the ridge, And I'm just going 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 5. And using those odd numbers, it can make some really nice arcs. So here's that 2 example, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, and then this will be 5, but all my chests are in the way. And just kind of follow that around. Now, the next layer up, what I don't want to do is match that arc exactly. So I want the next layer to be individual. So I'll probably bring it out around here a little bit and then in a little bit before we hit this curve over here. So with that, you can kind of see how the landscape is going to come along. So it comes out just a little bit and then goes right around the curve. So it's going to look entirely different on that level and a little bit more natural than if we just matched this exactly. And I think that's super important when you're doing terraforming, is to give sort of each level its own character. Makes it look a lot more natural, a lot more smooth, and in my opinion, better overall. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this 3rd level, and then we'll see if we can't figure out how we're going to have our house. I think this gives us a pretty good vantage point, so we can see these nice smooth arcs that wrap all the way around. Now I've only done to about here. I didn't do the rest of that side, and I only really did to about here. So none of this has been touched. None of this up here has been touched yet. But the arc in the ridge here, nice and smooth. All these arcs around the few layers right here, nice and smooth. I might change this corner a little bit, but we'll see. I do want the stairs to line up. There's going to be a set of stairs right here that go down into the mine. I want those to line up nicely. So I don't know if I'll change this or not, but we'll see. Same kind of deal with this corner. I might change that and smooth that out a little bit. But that is yet to come. So I think we'll put our house sort of right in this area, and we'll take the path from up here and wrap that around, and maybe we'll kind of have it go down to the mine and then kind of go around the front here. Maybe all the way around to these other buildings on this side. I think that'd be kind of cool. So I'm going to lay down a quick foundation for what we'll do with the house so we can get an idea of the size and scale, and we'll go from there. All right, I think that's going to be a pretty good size. We'll do a little tower in the back for a staircase, and then a wing on either side. It's not going to be huge, but we don't really need that much space. Just a little storage so that we can clear out those shulkers and chests that we've got just on the other side of that foundation there, and a place to sleep, and we'll make the interior pretty nice. For the pathway, we will have it come down here and sort of go right in front of our door, then over here to the mine entrance here, and maybe bring it around here by the water, and then around the side of this hill here. Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We did a ton today, started terraforming our village, got a foundation for our house in there, visited the end, defeated the end dragon a ton. Next episode, we'll get started on our house, and then continue terraforming the village. If you enjoyed this video, I would very much appreciate it if you'd drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're going to have plenty more content coming out. Thanks for watching.